as force, thrust and pressure. So the force, we have a separate lecture for that force, but today we are going to deal together with thrust and pressure. So as everybody knows, so what is force first? I'm not going to take this lecture of force in detail, but at least for thrust and pressure the force is required. So I'm just going to deal with the force for only make sense to you, only. So what do you mean by the force? Force is the what? Force is the what? Entity which can change the position of rest or size or shape of momentum of a body. That means by the applied force, applying a force, we can change the motion or rest position of the body, size or shape of the body, and we can say in another way, force is required for work also. So what do you mean by the thrust? The thrust again is again a force. Thrust is again force at perpendicular the body. Suppose that we have here a plate and just write the force. This is what so called thrust. Thrust is nothing else but force only. But this pressure is somewhat else than a force. It's not totally different. The pressure is another entity, which means the applied force at unit area. That means the force, the pressure is, I can say or we can say, pressure is nothing else but a force only, but which is resultant of applied area. That means where we are going to apply this force, at what area. The force applied at unit area, force applied at unit area is called pressure. So pressure is what? Force applied. So force pressure is equal to, it's a formula, the force by area. That means force applied at unit area. So pressure is nothing else but force applied at unit area. So this is formula for pressure, and we can write in this way. The unit for that or formula, unit is what? Force. Unit of force is equal to what? Newton. And by area, that is meter square. So may I write in this way, Newton meter inverse. Newton meter square, or Newton is the force, unit of force, and meter square is the unit of area. So may I write in this way, unit of pressure is equal to Newton meter inverse. So square inverse. So this is the also known as Pascal, after the name of discoverer. So pressure को discovery किया था Pascal ने, that's why the unit of pressure also known as by the name of the discoverer is a Pascal. Now another thing is that, so may I write What do you mean by the atmospheric pressure? Another tiny topic is that what do you mean by the atmospheric pressure? So atmospheric pressure is nothing else the pressure of air or gases, isn't it? In the environment. Pressure of air or gases in the environment called atmospheric pressure. So other entities are the atmospheric pressure here. Atmospheric pressure. So atmospheric pressure is nothing else but the pressure of air or gases of the environment. So pressure, so-called atmospheric pressure, is the pressure of air or gases present inside the environment called atmospheric pressure. And the unit for atmospheric pressure is the atmospheric, ATOMS, atmospheric pressure. 1 atmosphere pressure is equal to 10⁵ Pascal, or in another way 10⁵ Newton meter inverse square. This is what we call 1 atmospheric ATM. Atmospheric pressure is equal to 10⁵ Newton meter square, that is a Pascal, isn't it? So atmospheric pressure is the pressure exerted by the gas or air of the environment. So similarly, somewhat, as you know, instrument manometer is what? Manometer is what? What do you mean by the manometer? Manometer is the instrument which what? Which deal with the, or which, I'm sorry, the manometer is the instrument which what? Which calculate or, so I say the manometer is the instrument which measure the pressure, atmospheric pressure. Similarly, another instrument by way of which the doctors measure the blood pressure. So blood pressure, that is what? BP, you know. So doctor again use the stethoscope. So other measurement instrument. So pressure is the one thing which have their application, various application in our life. So like various examples if you know. So with the help of their formula, pressure is equal to force by area. That is, what is relation between the pressure and area and force. So one thing is there, with the help of this formula we can agree with their applications in life, etc. So suppose that if we have larger area, then what should be the pressure? The value of pressure will be low. Because of what? Because of pressure inversely proportional to area. If we have force unit, so as we know, pressure is inversely proportional to area. That means what? That means if you increase the area, then the value of pressure will decreases. So increasing the area, pressure decreases, or decreasing the area, pressure is increases. So how? See, suppose that if you have a pipe filled with water. So suppose that it's going on, flowing of water is there. This is the what area is there, a pipe. So we'll get the pressure whatever is here. Suppose that similarly, if you have the pipe in this shape, fine. So suppose that here is the area. Compare in which you will get the more pressure. Compare in both instruments which have the greater pressure. So more precisely we can say here is the pressure and here is the pressure. Which pressure is greater than other and why? Compare. So I think here you will get the low pressure while here you have the high pressure. Why? The area of this origin is somewhat less than the area of that. Are you getting? So एरिया ज़्यादा है इसीलिए इधर प्रेशर लो होगा, इसके माउथ की एरिया कम है, इसका प्रेशर ज़्यादा होगा. As we know with the help of formula, the pressure is inversely proportional to area. Isn't it? प्रेशर ज़्यादा चाहिए तो एरिया कम करें और अगर प्रेशर कम चाहिए तो एरिया बढ़ा दीजिए. Isn't it? Why and how? So take a care of the example. If you have a boat. If you have a boat in a pond, so another example I can make for more precisely and clearance. So if you have a pond, or suppose that you have a boat also here, suppose that you have a wave boat here. So boat with passenger, here is the water, like. And just have a iron nail. So take it. If I ask to you, which one of the object that is board either nail will get immersed inside that, right? Get immersed. कौन इसमें से फर्स्ट डूब जाएगा? This is what? This is the nail of wire. आयरन का लोहा टुकड़ा जल्दी से इमर्स हो जाएगा इनसाइड, डूब जाएगा. In comparison that the what boat we have. Why so? Because of boat have a greater area. This is what, right? Greater area. So greater area, less pressure. Greater area, then it will be less pressure. तो इसका प्रेशर कम होगा तो ये तैरता रहेगा, फ्लोटिंग रहेगा. Isn't it? Similarly and comparatively in the nail, आपने पेन फेंक दी, so smaller area, greater pressure, high pressure, और वो जल्दी डूब जाएगा. Isn't it? So similarly everything is there. If we will go for the comparatively relation with whatever pressure and area. So this is how we have various examples. Suppose that how you are able to drink. One another great example is like that. How you are able to drink somewhat soft drink if you have Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, whatever here inside the bottle if you have, suppose that. So see how you are able to drink this one with the help of 1 calorie. And you know this pipe. So what is going on? If you imagine that why we are able to suck, suppose that here is the mind, here is the man, suppose that here is the mouth of man are going to drink with the help of this straw. So how it possible? Because of the pressure here exerted on this soft drink. Here pressure exerted of the environment on the soft drink. So we are able to suck here. The pressure exerted on the soft drink, layer of the soft drink, is able to emerge here. Another reason is to capillary also. Capillary pressure you will take the later on next classes so hard. So this is what all about the pressure, I think so. Pressure of fluid. We are able to writing even with the help of pressure. So you have a various example and what applications of the pressure inside your life. Okay, thanks all.